Guess that's what happens when someone's scoring, throwing dimes, doing the whole thing. So I get mad too.
Alcohol, right?
And that's the beauty with SGA just being able to cook in this game, already playmaking. It opened things up for other guys like Isaiah Hartenstein on the offensive end out of that short roll to make things happen. And make no mistake about it, SGA was in his bag, showing off why he is MVP. Tyrese Haliburton tries to hard hedge right here. SGA is going to split it. And again, staying patient. Of course, he collapses the paint with defenders, and he's reading his options. Gilgeous-Alexander was definitely in his groove, but he knew when to use it. As right here, he's going to attack this empty space. And as the defense collapses, once he puts on this step right here, usually a shot is coming. But he's going to pass Isaiah Joe open right here. Get his teammates flowing. Keep the defenses guessing. And he easily could have took a shot right there. Once again, he was hot from the field. I mean, in his first 2 games in the finals, having a total of 72 points. I mean, he was set up to take any shot he wanted. But again, it's knowing when and when not to use it. It's been sort of an Achilles heel for SGA and this Oklahoma City Thunder's offense. That's how they allowed the Denver Nuggets to steal game 1 and also game 3. Of course, SGA has the green light to take any shot he wants. But when players get into the NBA Finals, there's an adjustment that needs to be made. We've seen Jason Tatum as well as Jaylen Brown struggle with this in their first finals appearance going up against the Golden State Warriors back in 2022. The playmaking was off, and they were really indecisive at times, forcing themselves to take tougher shots than they needed to take. And in game 2 in this year's finals, we're seeing that maturation point hitting for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, knowing when to use the fact that he's hot in other ways to his advantage outside of shooting. Here's a perfect example right here. Look at SGA split the screen. Now right here, notice who's going to help, Naismith or Tyrese. Who's going to stunt in more? That's one way he could actually exploit them, or if they don't stunt enough, maybe he takes it up on his own. But look at the way he attacks right here. Naismith is stepping up. Nice find to J-Dub. It's kind of crazy how when you look at the generation of SGA, Jason Tatum, and Luka, they all struggled with this. But at the end of the day, Luka is a little bit different. Luka is not necessarily the decision making or the playmaking. It's really him being in shape and committing on the defensive end. It's very ironic, but those 3 players are definitely in the same generation, and it's beyond just their era. Great players of the past have struggled with their decision making either in the finals or leading up, getting into the finals. Perfect example is LeBron James in 2009 going up against the Boston Celtics. Couldn't quite get over that hump. Also, Kobe Bryant in the 2004 NBA Finals struggled to adjust to that Pistons defense. LeBron James in the 2011 NBA Finals had the same struggle against the Dallas Mavericks. Michael Jordan, 1989 against the Detroit Pistons, couldn't quite get over the hump. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook in the 2012 NBA Finals, and so forth and so forth. It's just going through the Rolodex, but these things tend to repeat itself, and it's just part of the process. I mean, there's a couple of plays that's not going to make the highlight reel as he rejects the screen right here, but he leaves Mathurin in the dust. Woo! I mean, just look at the footwork right here, the shiftiness. Again, him being so hot just allowed him to read the game a lot better. See, now the defense, they're going to react different, and his options begin to open up. You got Lou Dort for alley. I'm not sure his vertical can hit that, but he also got J-Dub, so he has options. So things look a lot different when they don't force up a lot of shots. Like right here, this was really rare for SGA to kind of try to draw this foul, kind of force it up a little bit. He has options. And again, shots like that is exactly what hurt them going down in the stretch of some of these games. I mean, you see SGA and J-Dub forcing up shots like that repeatedly, and that's why teams slowly came back. It happened in game 4 with the T-Wolves series, and it also happened in game 1 and 3 in the Nuggets series. Those exact shots, those exact possessions, barely a pass, barely any passing inside of the arc, and then they're just waiting for SGA to take a tough step back, or even sometimes J-Dub, he attacks when his shot is not on and he's taking a really tough floater, tough kind of contested shot from the elbows. So it is what it is. This matchup was still a little bit strange and kind of hard to judge because the Oklahoma City Thunder had two bench players in Alex Caruso and Aaron Wiggins that had more points than any of the Pacers starters, but yet the three-point shooting from both teams was very similar. So the Pacers are going to kind of have to utilize their big men to have more of a paint presence because that's where they gave up majority of their points. And also with the Pacers bigs, they're going to have to set solid screens to get guys off of Tyrese Haliburton, get him more space coming off those screens so he could work his way, work his magic going downhill. That's something that kind of hurt them throughout this matchup. Lou Dort has done a great job avoiding a lot of these screens. So it's a tricky matchup. The Pacers bench, once again, only had 34 points, and the Thunder bench had 48. So that's something that kind of hurt them at the end of this. We'll see how it plays out. Until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.